Hello, my name is Grant Fritchey. I work for Redgate Software. Let's talk about Azure SQL Database. Now, I'm a fan. I've been a fan back when it had a limit of like 2 gigabytes or something. I was a fan. I really have enjoyed this concept of a platform as a service, as a database. Here's a database, and we're going to handle backups, we're going to handle all the stuff, and you just don't have to worry about anything. Here's a database, go build things, go make things run. If you need more, faster, stronger, just up the tier, and magically you can do that. If you need less, down the tier and everything's cool. I think that that's not the future, but I think it's a chunk of the future. Now, a couple of weeks back, Microsoft had an outage. Azure SQL Database went down. And regrettably, and this is bad news, especially for those affected, they lost about 5 minutes worth of data. And that's horrifying, depending on the company and depending on your data and all the rest of that stuff. And so the usual voices of never cloud, my God, how could you trust Microsoft? They're an evil corporation. Even as you're using SQL Server to store your data. But anyway, how can you trust Microsoft to have your data? And oh my God, look, see, I was right all along. This cloud thing is a flash in the pan. It's never going to be used. And oh my God, we don't need to worry about this stuff anymore. Whoo-hoo, I'll go tell my manager to ignore it. Yeah. Okay, so it's not good that they had an outage. That's not good. It's not good that they lost data. It's actually very bad that they lost data. Everyone who's not lost data in your data management career, raise your hands. And I'm sure there's a few hands up, although they're probably lying. I have lost data. I freely admit it, I've lost data. I've screwed things up badly. I truncated a table in production once. I did. And I lost more than 5 minutes worth of data. I've been involved with people who dropped production databases, and we had to go and scramble and do the restores only to find out that the backups hadn't been running like we thought we were, and we lost more than 5 minutes worth of data. I have seen people turn off the SAN of all bloody things, and we lost more than 5 minutes of data. I have seen all kinds of things, and I've heard stories, trucks driving into buildings, fires, floods. Oh, I've seen floods. And we lost data, and we lost more than 5 minutes worth of data. I have been involved in a mismanagement of mismanagement of our log backups, and we lost more than 5 minutes worth of data. I've lost a lot more than 5 minutes worth of data, and yet I don't manage nearly, and have never managed nearly, the volume of information that Microsoft has under management. And yes, I agree with you. It's bad that they lost this data. It's bad. But they only lost 5 minutes worth of data. That's incredible. They've got so much control going on that they're managing data around the world more than any of us have ever managed. It's fully automated in a way that none of us have ever automated anything. And when they experienced catastrophic failure, and they really did, things burned to the ground. I don't know if that's literally what happened, but they lost information in the more or less most catastrophic way you can lose it. But because of the infrastructure, because of the way everything's set up, they only lost 5 minutes worth of data. I don't understand the people who are freaked. Oh my God, the cloud is evil! When that's fantastic management. That's amazing management. That's not bad management. That's not problematic management. That's like, oh my God, I can't believe they lost 5 minutes of data. No one ever does that. Really? No one ever sets up their Elasticsearch database without a password? Oh, yeah, wait, that happened twice in a week to 2 different companies. No one ever, sets up their SQL Server instances with, I don't know. SA privileges connected to an open server that's connected to the internet, and it doesn't have any security, and so people are able to hack in and steal stuff. That doesn't happen. So any number of horrible errors have occurred in which everything was lost. Not 5 minutes. I'm just not going to beat them up about that, guys. Yeah, it's not good that they did it, right? It's not good that it happened. No one's trying to stand here and say, like, oh my God, it's great that they lost 5 minutes worth of data. No, that sucks, especially if you're the company that lost that 5 minutes. That might be the most important 5 minutes of the year gone. And that's painful. And Microsoft should pay the cost for that. And absolutely there should be repercussions. But to carry that into, well, therefore, this whole cloud thing, guys, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. This isn't simply my opinion versus your opinion. This is straight up. You are wrong. This cloud thing is great. It's going to get bigger. It's going to grow. More and more companies, including the ones who have said in the past, we will never go to the cloud, are, if they're not already partly on the cloud, will be partly on the cloud in the future. A hybrid environment for most people is the future. Some people will be 100% in the cloud, and a few companies, might be 100% off. But most of us are going to be in a hybrid environment dealing with this cloud stuff. And my God, you want it to be as good as Microsoft got it, where they only lost 5 minutes worth of data. You don't want it to be as bad as when I truncated the table and we lost an hour, or when the other person dropped the database and we lost a week, or, we can go on and on about all the various things that have happened. Please, let's take perspective on this. Do not just freak out, hands waving over your head, hair on fire. Let's look at it as technologists, after all. Let's look at it as logical people. Let's do it right. My name is Grant Fritchey. I work for Redgate Software.